Okay, let's just dive right into this explainer and directly tackle the massive wave of anxiety surrounding AI and what it actually means for your career. Look, if you work anywhere in tech right now, you've absolutely felt the ground shifting beneath your feet. There's just so much noise out there, a ton of fear-mongering, and frankly, a lot of misunderstanding about what the future actually holds for people who build and manage products. So today, we're going to cut through all that noise. We are going to look clearly and methodically at the real data behind this AI evolution.
I mean, if you Google this exact phrase right now, is product management a dying career, you are going to find thousands of panicked threads. You'll see forums packed with professionals totally freaking out, wondering if they need to suddenly learn to code or just pivot to a completely different industry altogether. But we really need to move past these clickbait headlines to understand what is actually happening on the ground, because the headline, that just makes you panic. The honest answer, though, is vastly more useful and honestly, a whole lot more nuanced.
So here is the crucial takeaway, a very honest 2026 reality check. AI is not going to replace product managers. Actually, let me rephrase that. It's not replacing the human, but it is already replacing most of what you probably spend your day doing. The threat isn't to your career itself. It's to the specific, repetitive tasks that are currently clogging up your calendar. And that is a massive distinction. We aren't witnessing the death of a role. We're witnessing the death of the traditional PM daily schedule.
Which brings us right into Section 1, the danger zone.
Think about the absolute bread and butter of traditional product management, right? Writing up PRDs, summarizing literal hours of user interviews, running competitive analysis, brainstorming initial feature ideas, drafting endless user stories, and knocking out those first-pass wireframes. Well, here's the uncomfortable truth. AI is now simply better and vastly faster at doing every single one of these things than most humans are. If your day job consists merely of executing these predefined tasks by hand, you are squarely in the danger zone, because the work that used to guarantee your value, the stuff that easily filled an 8-hour day, is just being absorbed by the machine. But you know, that's really only half the story. As those tasks get stripped away, something incredibly important is laid bare.
Let's look at Section 2, the unfakeable core, the actual job.
This perfectly illustrates the stark contrast between easily automated hard tasks and what we call the unfakeable core of product management. Look at the shift here. Sure, an algorithm can instantly summarize a transcript, but you know what? AI cannot care. It literally cannot hold a bold, contrarian vision. It can't sit in a room and truly feel a customer's unspoken frustration, and it certainly can't make a complex, high-stakes judgment call when the data is messy and incomplete. Try getting an AI to persuade a highly skeptical stakeholder or inspire a burned-out team through a really grueling quarter? No way. Those aren't just soft skills, those are the actual job. AI won't replace PMs, but PMs who use AI, they will absolutely replace the ones who don't.
So how does this shift impact the industry? That brings us to Section 3, the Great Market Compression.
Take a look at this equation. 1 equals 3. Now, that sounds wild, right? But the market is compressing. It's not collapsing entirely. Automation doesn't mean we're suddenly going to need 0 product managers. Instead, it means we are going to see dramatically higher output from fewer people. The new baseline is shifting entirely. Teams now fully expect that one single PM armed to the teeth with AI tools can accomplish the exact same volume of work that took 3 people to do just a few years ago. You aren't just an individual contributor anymore. You are a multiplier.
Because of this intense compression, we're seeing the PM role actively splitting. It's like a fork in the road. Some PMs are diving incredibly deep, becoming highly technical and AI adjacent. Meanwhile, others are shifting entirely towards the commercial side, focusing heavily on growth, pricing, and go-to-market strategies. But regardless of which path you end up taking, the one thing that unites the PMs who survive and thrive is this exact transition. They stop executing tasks by hand and they start orchestrating a system. AI surfaces the signals, AI drafts the initial documents, but you, the PM, supply the judgment, the vision, and you make the final call.
This quote directly from the research just hits the nail on the head. Ownership of outcomes beats ownership of documents. For years, PMs took so much pride in crafting the absolute perfect PRD, or the most beautifully formatted user story. But let's be real, nobody buys a document. They buy the outcome. In this new era, your value isn't tied to the document you just generated, mostly because an AI can generate that exact same thing in 3 seconds. Your value is entirely tied to the business outcome you orchestrated.
Let's break down exactly how to do this in Section 4, orchestrating the new workflow.
Okay, here is the exact step-by-step actionable playbook you need to adopt immediately to get fluent with all this new tooling.
Step 1. Push the busy work onto the machine. Just hand it over. Give it the summaries, the wireframes, the competitive data. Step 2, and this is absolutely critical, reinvest every single one of those reclaimed hours into what AI cannot fake. Use that extra time to talk directly to your customers, feel their actual pain points, and sharpen your high-level strategy. And Step 3, decide under uncertainty. Use your distinctly human judgment. This is exactly the workflow that platforms like Specky are specifically built for, empowering you to seamlessly push that busy work down so you can elevate your strategic focus.
Which brings us to the ultimate takeaway of this whole explainer. AI is not coming for your job. It is coming for your busy work. I really want to leave you with this final, provocative thought. When you open your laptop tomorrow morning and you look at your calendar for the week, take a hard, honest look at the meetings and the tasks filling up your day. Are you fiercely defending the unfakeable core of your job, or are you just defending your busy work? Because one of those is going to secure your future, and the other, well, it's already been replaced. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I highly encourage you to start orchestrating your new workflow today.